Do a review on the Suzuki SV1000. I've had this bike for a while, so I'd like to do reviews when I get the motorcycle and then after I've had it for a while, so I could tell you more about what I've learned from it. Now, this motorcycle is all stock except for the oversized grips here and the zero gravity windscreen here, because we're going to be going on a very high-speed freeway over here in a moment at nighttime. And you're going to see why I love the zero gravity windscreen. And then also this throttle rocker right here. Now, you notice how I have the throttle rocker down. You want to have it down like that when you're on the streets, because if you have to do a panic stop, it's good to have it down. Now, when I'm going to get on the freeway, I'm moving it up a bit here, because I'm going to need more throttle, and it's a little bit safer. I tend not to have to do panic stops on the freeway from traffic light to traffic light, because on the freeway it's mostly just straight on riding. Now, here's the key. Are you guys ready? Here's the key. Let's mosey along this side and check out the camera. I'm going to put it in my helmet, but first check out the camera. Everyone always asks what type of camera. It's a Kodak V570, V as in Victor. So let's put it in the helmet here. Very small camera. It's Velcroed in front of my mouth. It does not obstruct my vision in the least. Getting it adjusted here, and here we go. So we're now going to get on the bike, and this should be a good video. The bike has 6 gears, and you can't see it over on this side here. There's a sticker, but it even takes 87 gas. So let's put the key in, and let's start this puppy. I'll show you the gauges in a moment once I get this thing going. Okay, ready? Alright, this is the tachometer here, right here, and this is the, you're going to notice it's a very silent motorcycle. I'll try to get it up to good speed when we get on the freeway, and you can barely hear it because it's got the stock exhaust. Here's the miles that I've driven since I've gassed up. It's got a little clock, it's got the temperature gauge. Believe it or not, it's kind of hot in California right now at night, probably 80. Temperature's running 174 Fahrenheit, just hit 175. When I get on the freeway, you'll see it get around 180, 190, which is pretty much normal. I'm in neutral. You got the neutral light. This is the clutch lever here. What I do is I pull this in, and I'll do like a little mini training while I'm at it. When you pull the clutch in, you kick down here, and that'll go into first gear, and then you just keep kicking up, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. On the right, over here, we'll let the bike warm up a little bit anyway. This is braking. Rear brake, right here, if you can see it. Front brake. And it's got the Darth Vader-ish lights. The lights are extremely bright on the freeway, which I love. I've had some other bikes, and this one is just brilliant headlights. Let's see what else I could tell you. You can go around 150 miles or so before you need to start looking for a gas station. It does take 87 gas. Sometimes I'll put 91 in it. It does run a little bit better, 91. I like to use Mobil gas. It has a little bit of ethanol in it. Okay, let's get on. Out here in California, it doesn't get that cold, so you could have a little bit of ethanol in your gasoline. It doesn't really harm it. It seems to run a lot better. Okay, you ready? First thing you're going to notice when you get on the bike, and let's get on the freeway where I talk to you here. Clutch in, kick down, notice the neutral light's off, and here we go. First thing you notice when you get on the bike, at least what I've noticed, is there's lots of leg room, like your legs don't feel cramped. I could actually stretch them out. It's a taller bike. Here we go. Okay, getting on the freeway, and we do have some trucks in the way. But what we're going to do, we're going to get on the freeway. Once I get around these trucks, I'll give it some throttle. I want you to pay attention to the tachometer. This is what I love. I've had some other motorcycles where you get on the freeway and even at 65, it's screaming like a stuck pig. It's like, wee! You know, this is 1,000, it's a V-twin, and it's an excellent bike for the freeway. So I want to show you something, and then we'll get on it a bit. We're going to go through a left corner here underneath this freeway. Now watch this. Watch the tachometer, how it doesn't really go into the red line. It shows I'm at 65. Let's go up to 6th gear. Okay, I'm in 6th, right? I don't know if you can see that. It shows, let's get it at 65. Let's move over here. Okay. Make sure the FedEx guy doesn't hit me first. Okay, we're around 65 and it's at 4,000 RPM. Well, I had a blue GSXR 600 and that thing would be like, wah, like winding out, you know, as I get up there at speed. Now, as I pick up a little bit more speed, notice I'm at 4,500 RPM right here at the top one is the tach. And red line is over here at 11,000 RPMs. It just hits the red line. Let's get on it a bit. But it seems like, well, wow, it's going to redline at 11,000. But what happens is you hardly never get over into that red line area, even at high speeds on 6th gear. So we're going to be moping through this very slow, they're working on this right here, this very slow pathway here on the freeway. And then it's going to pick up speed, I would say in about a minute. And then we'll get on it. Show you some stuff. The riding position, this is important for the type of areas where I ride. I don't ride in slow mountain twisties and stuff like that. Let's pass this truck. The truck goes in the left lane. I'm doomed. There's nowhere for me to escape, so we passed it. Now let's hit the brights. I don't know if you can see that. The freeway right here is just horrible. So I kind of have to wait for a second before I get over in the carpool lane. Now, the HOV lane here is on the left, and I am allowed, as a motorcycle rider in California, I've said this 5 billion times, to ride in the HOV lane in California. Okay, now I want you to listen to something. Listen to how quiet the motor is. Listen. Stock pipes. Listen. I like that. I don't like it all loud and everything. It gives me a headache. It corners excellent. Let's see what else I can tell you. I love the acceleration. It's great. Unfortunately, we haven't broken out of the traffic yet. Very reliable motorcycle. One thing with the SV1000s that they have, sometimes they had a one of the wires would give you a problem on it, and that happened to me. I couldn't start the bike one time and they replaced it. It was a recall issue, so I think you can get that replaced for free if I'm not mistaken. Okay, another thing too, I have the zero gravity windscreen, which did not come stock. It's the touring windscreen, which means it's a lot taller than the regular zero gravity double bubbles windscreens you can get. But I love it. You see how the wind just kind of, let me see if I can show you where the wind goes. Put my hand up for a second. About right, kind of, the faster I go, it actually seems like it goes creates more of an envelope. It kind of is going right over my eyes. I could easily tuck down. The mirrors are stock. The mirrors give you very good vision. I've had other motorcycles where I could barely see out of the mirror. Here I could see pretty good. I could see all the lanes in my right mirror there. It is liquid cooled, and of course you've got the air, and it's what else to tell you? I got well, I forgot to tell you, I guess the other thing is frame sliders. I got frame sliders down here in case I crash. I haven't crashed yet, but boy have I had some close experiences. Let's see what else I can tell you about it. Okay, the gas tank. I've heard some people say where the gas tank is at, because if you kind of lean over, I will admit it's kind of it kind of goes into your ribs more than some of the other tanks where you can kind of rest your chest on it. So the gas tank, I've heard people say they don't like where the gas tank is on the SD1000. It's not bad where it bugs you, but like, see, I could lean forward if I put my foot on the peg. I can kind of stretch out more. Let's see what else I can tell you. Okay, how fun is it? I have a lot of fun on this bike. It seems to be a taller bike than what I've ridden before. And that's one thing when I got on it, I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm way up in the air on this motorcycle compared to others. But once again, I like that, especially with the zero gravity windscreen. You see how you can kind of see better the traffic. All right, let's see if I can get around this dude and then get right back in the left lane again and let everyone stop. Yeah, I knew he was going to do that. So back in we go. I promise you it opens up here a little bit better. Here, let's show you this. Let's give you a little bit of get up and go. Oh, the lane just turned double. I was going to get in the left lane in front of that guy, but I don't want to cross the double line. So we'll kind of weave in and out as we move up. Let's see what else you guys would want. Oh, the braking. The braking's fine. It's sufficient. I've tried the R6 brakes, and those brakes are like much better than on this motorcycle. I make it an R6 neck. Let's see, it's got the kill switch, you know, that little red kill switch. One of the things that it's got that's really cool is on the left here, you can't see it, there's a trigger that I can pull my finger and the lights flash like when I'm passing. I'll see if I can do that if I get an opening. But let's say I want to pass, it's got flash to pass trigger, and I just pull the trigger here and that makes my brights go on. I don't want to turn the brights on in front of this guy here. And then, you know, I just trigger it and then I let go and then the brights are off. Okay, watch. So I'm going to trigger, I just flash it a couple of times and I get over like that. And let's get over one more lane, flash. See how I do that a couple of times and over again. Let's see, because I know that you guys are going to... Oh, it's got an oil pressure light. It does have a low fuel light. Some motorcycles... Hey, look, it's opening up. Some motorcycles do not have a fuel light that goes on. It just has... Some will have where you just flip a lever and you go into your reserve tank. This doesn't have that. It just has a low fuel light on that pops on. I like that, and then I know that it's time to get gasoline. Now, see, we're picking up better speeds, and the windscreen does a great job at blocking the sound. I'm going to be quiet for a while so you can hear it. Listen. I love the bike. It's been very reliable. the first time you get on a V-twin, it feels different, at least with the, hold on, bunch of bugs just hit the wind. My visor. Bunch of bug guts all over my face. It feels different when you ride a V-twin. You know, I've had an old school ZX-10, Ninja 250, 600, and those motors are a lot more smooth. Like, you don't feel the vibrations and the rumbling underneath you as you ride. When I got on this bike, you could hear it and feel it like, like it's a lot more, you could sense the motor a lot more. And a lot of guys like that. They like that V-twin sound and the feel of V-twin. And I've grown to like it too. It's pretty cool. So I do like the bike. I apologize that darn traffic so much. What else could I tell you? Oh, it's got 2 seats. Every time I'm done with the video, I'm like, why didn't I tell them that? It's got a seat. I don't have it on right now because I don't want the seat to dry out. But it's got 2 seats. It's let's go over here. It's got a little piece of like plastic that goes over where the seat usually is if you're not using it. Oh, if you saw when I was not on the bike riding it yet, this is a, hold on, over here. Pulled up for me. This is Suzuki SV1000S. So let's pull in front of this guy. I keep seeing these openings. I gotta take it. With its slightly fairing, it's got the front fairing here, and then it's got some of the side fairings, but the motor is exposed where there's no fairings around the motor. And I like that because in California it gets hot. I want the motor to be able to have a lot of air on it. I don't want it cooped up in between 2 fairings. But very reliable bike. You know what I'm surprised at is how reasonably priced they are. You know, $4,000 or $5,000 you can get an SV1000 in California. I seen them used in other states cheaper than that, but California tends to be a lot higher priced. But if you're a sport bike rider and you're a new rider, they have a SV650, I believe, which looks just like this bike, but it's a smaller motor. But this motor, you know, even though it's 1,000, it's not real twitchy like an R1 or R6 motor where you could get in trouble with it if you don't respect the power. It seems like the power on this bike is more at the mid-range. It's not real fast off the line. But I like it because you know, you notice I've been just going non-stop, higher speeds. I'm not going like, you know, 45 miles per hour on the street. Long stop, long stretches. It's a great bike for that. And also on the street. So before I end the video, let's see if there's anything else I can tell you. Obviously, you know it's fuel injected, electric start. It's not carbureted. I guess I should say that because I've had some bikes that were carb. Insurance is cheap. It's really cheap. But I have a really good driving record. I haven't gotten tickets or accidents. You have a really good driving record and you buy the motorcycle outright, you know, you're going to use one where you have the pink slip. It's so cheap if you just get like the basic insurance. Let's see. Oh, comfort. This is important. The riding comfort has the stock seat on it, and it is pretty comfortable. I'm not sore. I had a Ninja one time where I was always sore.
on that bike. But this bike, the seat's pretty comfortable. It's got like a little mushiness to it, like it's not like a plastic hard seat like some of the racing bikes. Now, I haven't ridden it like real far, like probably a couple hundred miles, which isn't that far. But you don't get that tired on it. You could even lean forward, you know, a bit. And I like bikes where you're not sitting straight up, unless I got like a huge windscreen in front of me. I like motorcycles where you're not raked forward dramatically, but also on the other side of the coin where you're not sitting straight up, because then you just hate that the wind's always hitting you. If this freeway is not full of traffic, then I'll give you a little more video time, because there's a gorgeous view of the City of the Angels, Los Angeles, that's coming up, and it looks like I'll be able to show it to you, because it doesn't look like it's full of traffic. I'm trying to show you some acceleration here. Looks like that would be a good time. Pretty effortless acceleration, smooth. Alright, I'll be able to show it to you. I don't know if you can see that light in the sky, that UFO. No, I'm kidding. I'm right by an airport here, so the planes, you'll see these huge planes fly right over your head. Oh, I know what to tell you about. In the really, really hot days, and I've ridden this bike in the really hot days, since it's liquid cooled and the motor down below there is exposed, it's not all behind fairings, this bike rides, you know, pretty cool. I've never had any problems where it gets real hot and stuff. In the very, very cold, I've ridden this, you know, in California you only can get so cold, what, like 55 degrees, or well, actually I've ridden it around 40 degrees, which is nothing. That's like hot where some of you guys live. Hold on, this guy's on practically on my rear bumper, my rear fender or whatever, the rear of my bumping my tire. Alright, I'll be able to show you the view. This right here is a this long bar thing right here, the light. That's where the people get dropped. You know, you sit in there and it drops you, so like an amusement park. See the roller coaster right there? Alright, so we're coming up to the beautiful view of the City of the Angels. You're going to see Los Angeles. I'm going up a very high on-ramp to the stars here. Another thing too, you notice how I'm putt-putting along at 56 miles per hour. I'm still in 6th gear. So they've designed the bike where you can keep it in gear. You know, it's got a broad range where you can keep it in gear for a long time. You don't have to constantly be shifting the gears, and it without, because you know you're worrying about damaging the motor. You can keep it in 6th gear at like 55 miles an hour. And we're in about 30 seconds. You'll see the view. I'm going to see if I can turn my head to the left without plummeting off the off-ramp here. Because I think there's some other stuff to talk about. So you see I'm at 195 Fahrenheit. Here we go. I'm going to look straight, but I'll turn my head left so you can see. Now if you want to do helmet cam videos and you don't have a lot of money, you can get the Kodak V as in Victor 570 found on, there it is right there, City of the Angels, found on eBay or Amazon.com. Kodak V as in Victor 570. I'm using that camera. It's got an ultra wide angle lens and image stabilization. Notice as I move my head around it, it doesn't make you feel like you want to vomit. Very smooth video. Now my mission, should I choose to accept it, is to get all the way over there in the left lane, the carpool lane over there. And here we go. So I'm not going to talk for a second, so I got to concentrate. I could smell In-N-Out Burger. I love that place, In-N-Out Burger. Very good establishment. You know, if you go to In-N-Out Burger, they have Bible passages on the bottom of the cups and the packages that they serve the food in. It's true. If you're ever out in California, go to In-N-Out Burger. They'll have Bible passages on the bottom of the packages, the food and stuff that you eat. Okay. Shifting. As I told you, it's got 6 gears, 1 down and 5 up. So you shift all the way down, you're in first gear. If you kick slightly up, that's neutral. And then if you kick up again, that's second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That's how it goes. And here we go, guys. We're going to get on it and get into our own little special lane here. I'm in 6th gear. Uh-oh. Right when I was about to get on it, I see brake lights up there. If you guys want to visit our website at www.shockonow.net, if you look right below this video, you'll see there's a chat room there. If you have any motorcycle questions, there's a motorcycle guy right there. Come on in and chat with us. The chat room's open 24 hours a day. We got some free games, free software there, free audio Bible, all types of stuff. I'll mention one last thing, and then we'll go off the air here. I'm trying to think of what I can tell you. Oh, I know what I'll tell you. Close calls that I've had. Below this video in the description, I'm going to put some actual video footage I got where I've almost got killed on camera. Because I always keep the camera going when I'm riding. I only upload like 1% of the stuff that I get on video. But some of the stuff that I get on video, like I'll try to put this below. I'll try to put some of the most shocking things I've got on video on my camera below this video. I've got road rage on video where people are going at it, road rage, and I see them, you know, next to me on the camera having road rage with someone else. I've got people almost crashing into me. I got a guy in a truck that almost took my left arm off. He came within literally like a foot from me. I've got flipped over trucks on the freeway that I've caught on video. Oh, some of my favorite videos is I do support the police. I support them 100%. But even the police have a sense of humor. I was at a traffic light and I challenged the cop to a race because he was on a BMW motorcycle, and he goes, yeah, we could race and I'll give you a ticket afterwards. So he didn't like me joking around with him, but he was a good sport, but we didn't race. But you'll see that video where I challenged him to a race, and he was going to give me a ticket. I'm like, I don't want a ticket, officer. Just wild things. I mean, it's a lot of fun filming, you know, where you're riding and documenting it. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get on video. I mean, I've got some things that would just blow your mind on video. I've gotten where I'm riding along and I see a truck flipped over right here in the fast lane and people all bloody and stuff, and the accident just happened. I got that. But my favorite is video recording different motorcycles as I ride along. And sometimes you'll be riding along like one time I rode along with the Hells Angels. I was all giving them the sign of the cross as I'm riding because I'm a Christian. So I rode along with the Hells Angels, and I'm not, hey look, see what I'm just saying? You never know what you're going to get on video. And I think that was legal what he did. You could lane split. There's like a little lane there, see? I rode the Hells Angels. I mean, I wasn't really riding with them. They were just riding and I joined their group. So anyways, guys, I'm going to put some of my best videos that you thought are some of my best videos. It's funny, the ones I think are pretty good, people don't like those, and the ones that I think, they're like, hey, this video is pretty cool. So check it out below here, right below this video in the description. Also, don't forget to go to my website. You know, I got some free stuff there for you. If you want to get a free website, you can get it for free. You don't got to pay for it. We got, if you want to get a video conference room like I have, let's get in front of this guy. You can get a video conference room like I have. Whoa! This guy in front of me is putting his brakes on. Alright, he started going. You know, oh, that's another thing I got on video. You know what? I'm going to end the video. I could talk forever about what I've captured on video. But I'm riding in, you'll see this one. I'm riding in this lane, right? And this lady just stops right in the lane. I had to go on the left side. I'll see if I can find that one and I'll put that below the video. And I do appreciate you guys subscribing. Because you know I am a Christian, and these atheists, they try to hurt my widow feelings. So it's always good to know that I have some friends out there on YouTube. Because those atheists, you know, they don't seem to like a ex-atheist. I was an atheist, I'm now a Christian. They don't seem to like that I left the madness of atheism for the truth and reality of Christianity. So God bless you guys. I love you. This is Shock. Hey, have a great week. Ride like the wind out there. I'll see you right here below in the chat room, shockonout.net. Right below. And I'll put some cool videos there if I could find those ones I was talking to you about.